Hi everybody, I'm John, race director of the Human Potential Running Series. And today I'd like to talk to you about one of our upcoming events, the Stories Ultra, held annually in February in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We're so lucky to be able to host this event at Cheyenne Mountain State Park in Colorado Springs, Colorado every February. And we hope you'll come on out and join us in this beautiful park for this one-of-a-kind timed event. Again, this is a timed event. What does that mean? Timed events are unique in that you get to run as many miles as you can or want within your allotted time frame. So if you sign up for the 30-hour, you're going to run as many miles as you can or want between the hours of Saturday 6 a.m. and Sunday 12 noon. If you're in the 15-hour, you'll also start at Saturday at 6 in the morning and run until 9 p.m. the same day. And if you're in the 6-hour event, we hold this on Sunday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Now the beauty of this is, let's say you sign up for the 15-hour, and after 10 hours of running, walking, crawling, and hiking, you've decided that you've had enough. Well, that's great. You can end your day at 10 hours, and your final result is not a DNF. It's however many miles you ran within the hours that you ran. So if you ran for 10 hours and you ran, let's say 40 miles, your final result is going to be the 40 miles that you ran within those 10 hours because it's still within the 15-hour window. In the 30-hour event, some folks sign up for this event and they go to bed. They go to a hotel room or they go home in the middle of the night when it's coldest and come back the next day to finish up their run on the remaining hours. And this is perfectly fine as well. You can come and go as you please, but only the miles that are run between these time periods are the miles that will count. Now, traditionally, timed events happen on a track, or a loop around a pond, or a 1-mile city block, or around the warning track of a baseball field. And in these traditional loop course events, you run in that one location over and over and over again for 12, 24, 48, or 72 hours. Now, what makes our event unique is that we have 5 different colored loops out there. Here you can see that if you're in the 30-hour or 15-hour event, you will run red, green, blue, then purple in succession, and then you will go back and start the sequence over again with red, and then follow with green, blue, and purple again. And this continues in the 30 and 15-hour event. If you're in the 6-hour event on Sunday, you just alternate between red and green, and this continues for the entirety of the 6 hours. The last hour of every event, we have what we call the Golden Loop. The Golden Loop is a very short 0.61 mile loop that your family, friends, crew, spectators, everybody can join you for your final hour, running as many of these golden loops as you possibly can, right close to the start-finish line. The other thing unique about this event is that we put a thought-provoking question on the back of everybody's bib. And here on the screen, you can see some examples of what those questions may be, like, what is it that you know for sure? Or, how do you work to resolve conflict? What's the lesson that's taken you the longest to learn? It's our hope that you will consider this question on your run with us at the Stories Ultra, and that will inspire the story within you, and perhaps you'll want to share it with us for the Human Potential Running Series podcast. Though sharing on our podcast is certainly not required, it's definitely encouraged. Let's take a deeper look at our course. Again, the event takes place in Colorado Springs, Colorado. We are just south and west of the city, down here at Cheyenne Mountain State Park. And let me zoom in for you. And again, this course takes place on multiple loops. The first one being red, a small 2.86 mile loop out of the Raptor Glen campground. This loop is run clockwise. Once you complete the red loop, you then go on to the green loop. This loop is also run clockwise. It's a little bit longer at 3.82 miles and also possesses a little bit more elevation gain than the red loop. Each loop grows in distance and in elevation gain over the one before it. This is the blue loop, also run clockwise, 6.31 miles. And then finally the purple loop, the longest of the loops, 7.48 miles with the most elevation gain. And this loop is purposely a little bit confusing in the navigation department. It is a form of figure eight that the first loop that you see here, you run clockwise. Then you head out onto the second loop that is run counterclockwise, and then you come back in here and finish up the last part of this big loop in the clockwise direction again. So kind of a figure eight. Again, if you're in the 6 hour, you alternate between red and green. And if you're in the 15 and 30 hour, you will also include the blue loop and the purple loop. And all of our events finish with the golden hour on the golden loop here, just outside of our start-finish area. So that's the nitty-gritty about the Stories Ultramarathon. We hope you'll join us. Registration remains open until the Tuesday prior to the event. Registration will be open on runsignup.com through 11:59 p.m. on the Tuesday immediately preceding the event itself. We hope to see you. We hope you'll join us. Thank you so much. For the Human Potential Running Series, I'm John LaCroix.